What's the difference between contractors that make it compared to those that crash and burn? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 keys to unlocking your rich future. Okay, so we're going to get into this right away. What's the difference between poor versus the rich contractors out there? I've seen it across the board with clients, with people I meet in my network, and there's a big variety. There's a lot of guys that are struggling, trying to make ends meet. You know, they get a job, boom and bust. You know, they've been in the business 5, 10, 15 years, still quite haven't reached, a high level of success tied to the business. Can't, stop and get out of it and go on vacation and not worry about things, compared to the guys that have made it. They're successful. They've got a business that runs without them. They come in, they take care of the high level stuff and they're still making profit. They've got high margins and life is good. So I'm sharing with you 5 keys. Before we get into this, give this video a big thumbs, likes up, super appreciate it. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about today is take massive accountability. This seems like a no-brainer, and most people are like, I'm accountable when I make a mistake. I let people know and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about with massive accountability is no matter what's happening in your business, you have to take accountability for your actions, for your level of knowledge, for your level of leadership, for your employees. It does not mean that everything is your fault. It doesn't mean if your employee shows up late or makes a big mistake that it's your fault necessarily, but you have to take accountability that your business is operating. You hired someone, you maybe didn't train them properly, or there was a mistake that happened. And how can you fix that for the future? How can you take a responsibility for it? Let your client know, I apologize that we made this mistake. I was unable to be there when I should have trained someone. We will, do a better job in the future and maybe give them a little bit of a perk or bonus. But taking massive responsibility is, if you are at a level right now and you're like, I wish my business was running, twice this level of revenue. I wish I spent half as many hours in my business, wishing, hoping, setting goals, but never really achieving it. You have to take a hard look and say, what is going on here? Why am I not getting leads? Why is my business constantly up and down? Why am I always being pulled onto the site to fix things that my guys should fix? Clue in, figure out what is the problem, take accountability that you've created this business, that you are the figurehead, the leader of your business. Any problems, issues, any reason that you are not at the level that you want to be is solely resting on your shoulders. So I'm not going to be a dead horse here, but I think you get the idea. First things first, you have to take responsibility and accountability for everything that happens inside your business. The second big one between the difference between poor and rich contractors, it's difficult to learn at first and it's difficult to keep active because there's so much going on, but it's invest in marketing. So investing in marketing and really paying attention to it, investing both in learning how to do proper branding, how to do proper marketing, how to set up systems so you're tracking leads, so you're following up with leads, so you're sending email campaigns, you've got someone handling social media, you've got touch points with clients, and you're not letting dollars go to waste. Maybe you've got ads campaigns set up. So invest in marketing heavily. It's going to pay off dividends into the future. To acquire a client takes a lot of energy and money. Once you've got a client, it's a lot easier to nurture them and make them a repeat client. A big part of that is doing great business with other people, which is a form of marketing. There's a whole marketing that happens, just to attract leads, and there's a whole form of marketing to do while you have a project, while you have a client. You should be marketing, branding. Everything you're doing is marketing to them so that they will refer you, so that they'll remember your name, so that they'll call you in the future. And then after you're done the project, shake hands. Thank you, ma'am. You want to make sure you're following up, you're staying in touch. They're like a good friend. There's a whole amount of work, time, and money that goes into creating amazing marketing. And it's a big difference between the rich and the poor, because the ones that just rely on word of mouth, just rely, I'll do good work, I'll just, put a couple of ads out there, some social media. Often you're always behind the 8 ball. You're always trying to catch up because you're doing work runs out. Now you start advertising and marketing, and then, you get a bunch of jobs, you get busy, and there's this huge ups and downs. You need some consistent marketing. You need to invest in it. Like I said, get the knowledge, get the skills, figure out how to do proper marketing and sales for your business, and you will become successful. You can charge more for your jobs. You will be able to find better clients through better marketing, through better branding, through finding your ideal client avatars. There's so much that goes into it that's like A lot of people know that kind of surface level, but there's a huge deep ocean of like what goes into really perfecting a really great, marketing system and marketing for a business. And once you reach those levels, things become so much easier and your business will just skyrocket. So that's number 2. Moving on to number 3, the third one that I see that's the difference between, really rich contractors and the poor ones out there is they're obsessed with working on their business. And I'm thinking of one individual in particular, excluding myself, of course, but gotta, hit the nail there. But the people that I've seen really successful is they're obsessive about working on their business, creating systems, telling their employees, how to be doing things, not like as in, boss outlaying everything for the employees, but just like guiding them, coaching your employees, coaching, everybody inside your business, your subs, just really paying a lot of attention to how are we doing things. What are the numbers at? How can we do this better? How can I create a system? How can I implement this software? Who can I call on to help me get this, marketing set up? Who can I call on to help me build out my estimating system? Who can I call on that can help set up my tech so I'm not doing this all day? Who can I call on to help me find an admin so that I can offload a bunch of tasks so I can focus on the higher level stuff? Become obsessive with never doing the same thing twice. Always want to be creating systems. If you're doing a repetitive task and you hate doing it, you need to find someone to systematize it. You need to systematize it. And sometimes this is the hardest work that you can do as a business owner. And I see it a lot, just like many other things, is you are good at what you do. You're good at maybe working on site. You're good at maybe a project managing, and that's your comfort zone. That's where you're at. You enjoy maybe going on sales calls or doing estimates. Your kind of level of business is where your comfort is. To start building out documents and processes and writing and figuring out systems and installing new technology, that's probably outside your comfort zone. It's something new to you that you haven't done before. So there's going to be some friction. There's going to be some things holding you back. But if you become obsessed about pushing those boundaries of what your business can be and working really hard on the product of your business, you will see huge value come in. Stop thinking about working for money. Start thinking about working for value. So if you go and do a job, if you manage a project, you get a new sale, it's like, boom, yeah, I got $100,000 revenue, I got $1 million project, we just grew huge, that's great. But when that's over, that value is gone. Maybe you pulled out some profit and it's in the bank, but there's no reoccurring revenue dividends from doing that work. The work that's really going to pay off huge and help you, exponential growth is working on the systems and processes in your business, because later when you hire a general manager, when you hire project managers, when you hire a bigger team, when you expand to new areas, you can ramp up your business, you can grow exponentially, but you can also sell your business, and the value is contained in the systems, the processes, the people that you've built inside your business. So does that make sense? Number 4, so the fourth big one, remember we got 5, do not miss the last one, super important. Number 4 is treat people exceptionally. No matter what, however pissed off you are at someone, whether they're just a new rookie that just started out or a supplier that's, didn't have your order ready, make sure you treat people exceptionally well. This is a huge differentiator. One of the most successful people that I've ever been able to have a really good relationship with actually hired us to do a project for him. He had a lake cottage, beautiful place. He's the vice president of a very, very large company, and I could tell why. From the first time I met him to this day, he just treats people amazingly. I aspire to treat people that well. He had us over with a bunch of my guys at the time. So maybe 10, 15 years ago, we were building out a boathouse for them, doing some decking and fixing up some framing of a past contractor that didn't work out well, but cooked food for us, amazing, steaks, potatoes, whole deal, always had food ready for us, treated us really well, made sure we were taken care of. And it didn't matter if it was my most rookie guy or myself as the owner of the company. He treated everyone across the board exceptionally. Didn't mean he was just, super nice guy, friendly all the time. He was direct and straight, but he treated everyone and really put their needs and made sure that you felt really appreciated. And if you can do that for your clients, for your employees, for your suppliers, for your trades, for everybody across the board, that is going to be just a conveyor belt of wealth and value and make you rich, because it is a people's game. As much as myself, I love systems, process, all that stuff, so important, but all that stuff supports people, and it's the people that help drive that engine that make the company run. So if you can really perfect your leadership skills, your personal development and personal skills towards other people, you will be successful. Bottom line, for sure. So moving on, fifth point that I got to mention here is financially fanatic. Huge differentiator between those guys that make it and those that don't is they're financially fanatic. And what do I mean by this? I mean, they're not waiting to the end of the year to find out if they made any money. They know every day on every project in every way where they are making money, where they are losing money, what's working out, what's not working out. They're watching the numbers and they're making decisions based off those numbers. They have good job costing in place. They've got banking system set up, invoicing system set up. So every week, every 2 weeks, invoices are going out. They're getting paid. Cash flow is good. If there's something not working in the business, they know right away because the money doesn't lie. They can see it and they can adjust, and that helps them become rich, because it doesn't matter if you're making $10,000 a year or 10 million, 10 billion a year. On that bottom line, if you're not making any money, you can't grow, you can't scale, because if you're not making any money at 10,000, 100,000, $1 million a year, you double, triple, quadruple your revenue, you're just making less now. You're more in debt. You have a worse situation on your hands than before. So you really have to get your pricing, your finances, your financial systems right at, whatever level you're at right now, so that when you grow, the wheels don't come off and business doesn't fall over. I've had this happen to me where I got super busy and I lost track of the finances, and I'm always thinking like, I'll hit up marketing, I'll hit up sales, we got money. There's lots, when you're in a growth cycle and you get a lot of new jobs, you get some deposits, a lot of money coming in, you've got to hire new guys, you're starting all these projects, but there's a cycle that happens. And if you're not watching the amount of money you have in the bank and you're not forecasting your cash flow properly, you will run into problems where it's going to be hard making payroll or paying suppliers, and you're going to be looking to take on debt, and it's just a snowball effect of bad vibes and bad money management. So financially fanatic, number 5, make sure you attribute that to your success as a rich contractor. So now you know the big 5 for becoming a rich contractor. Check out the links in the description below. I've got a free course there on how to build a self-managing business. Make sure you pick up that course. And as always, check out our other videos. Got tons of great content out here. I'll see you on the next one.